until Biafra come. And even after Biafra have come, we will continue to send that message. They can't stop us. No matter how they try to stop us, they will never stop us. We will continue to send out the message, and they will hear. Whether they like it or not, they must hear us. They must hear us. We continue to preach the message. It doesn't matter the attack they bring. It doesn't matter the distraction. It doesn't matter the angle they are coming from. No matter their propaganda. We will continue to set the record straight. And remember, as I have always tell you, each time I come online here, I don't come here to attack people. I don't come here to talk against individuals. I don't come here to promote hate or fight against any religion or any tribe. I come here to set the record straight. I come here to speak about Biafran people, the situation of the Biafran people, the problems we are facing, any problem and challenges we are facing. That is what I talk about. I come here to set the record straight. And in this very page, we don't insult people. It's a page where we set the record straight, where we make people who don't understand what we are doing and why we are doing what we are doing. Our duty here is to make sure we correct them and let them know why we are doing what we are doing. And we will continue to do so. We cannot relent in our effort. We cannot stop what we are doing. Anything we are doing to make sure that the information gets to the world, that is what we continue to do. So any place you are watching from, please kindly share the video on your own platform. Alex Martins, thank you for joining. Fairly cool, thank you for joining. Please share on your WhatsApp group, share on your platform, share any place you belong, share it so that people can join us. As I have said, in this very platform, if you have a superior argument or you don't agree with whatever I'm going to say, there's no need to fight, there's no need to insult, there's no need to quarrel. There is a section where you can be able to click. I will bring you in, there you come and make your argument. If you have a superior argument, you never can tell, you can win a soul. It is possible. If you have a superior argument, you can win a soul. Or if you don't have a superior argument, we can win you over. You might begin to understand us better. Maybe there are certain things you're not understanding. Maybe you are getting us wrong. So that is why it is very necessary that sometimes you don't just sit on the comment section and continue to type. You come out boldly. Tell the world how intelligent you are, how smart you are. Tell the world that argument you have that you think we're not doing well. You are free to come out and air your opinion. I'm not going to stop you, neither will I insult you. And I wouldn't want you to insult me or insult anybody when you're on my platform. Don't insult anybody. Do not insult anybody. Everybody is welcome. It doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter your tribe. It doesn't matter your ethnicity. It doesn't matter where you feel you belong. This platform, you're welcome. As long as you can be able to respect yourself and respect your opponent, you are free to make your argument. Make your legitimate argument. You can win a soul. You can win a soul. Either you win us or win you over. If there are things that is confusing you, that is making you to call us names, mainly those of us who are fighting for Biafra. Mainly those of us who are fighting for Biafra. Those of us who are fighting for Biafra under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in the spokesmanship of our brother Simon Ekpa and the autopilot. If you don't understand anything and you have any argument, come out and say it. As I'm standing here, I am standing 100% with the autopiloters. I am standing with them. I'm speaking up and following them. Master Simon Ekpa, I agree with everything he's saying 100%. If there are things you don't agree with, feel free to come out and discuss it over here. Don't be in the comment section and begin to distract people or say irrelevant words or begin to insult. It's not going to make you it's not going to make any difference. You don't know me in person, I don't know you in person. So you just wasting your data being on the comment section to talk wouldn't make any effect. Come out on the platform, you can be able to talk and the world will see how intelligent you are. You can win somebody over. That is what we do on this channel. We don't come here to insult people, abuse, or try to talk against any tribe or any ethnicity. No. That is not what we do here. But if you make yourself enemy to Biafran people, if you make yourself enemy from Biafra, we will take you as an enemy. We don't declare enemy. Once you declare yourself as an enemy, we treat you as an enemy. Just like we know the people who have already made themselves enemy. Just like the Fulanis have done. The Fulanis made themselves enemy to the Biafran people. We didn't make them enemy. We gave them an open hand, but they decided to stab us. I decided to make us a horse to be ridden at all times. But we say no. So they made themselves enemy, including the British, who have refused to allow us to have our freedom. They made themselves enemy to us. So whatever we are saying about them is not we are analyzing them because they made themselves enemy. So we have to challenge them to their feet with points. That's what we do here. So today we are going to discuss a very important topic. If you have read the topic I wrote there, I say time to walk the walk is not Time to walk the walk after talking the talk. Yeah. Time to walk the walk is now after talking the talk, the new dimension. Time to walk the walk is now after talking the talk. We are in a new dimension. That's the topic we're going to discuss today. Time to walk the walk is now after talking the talk. We have been talking for a very long time. We have been talking for a very long time. We have been shouting for a very long time. Our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekano, who have led this foundation that we are following, Mazen Nandekano, have been talking for more than a decade. He has been crying, shouting. If you can remember in one of his last messages, Mazen Nandekano said, I am tired of shouting. I am tired of broadcasting. That is exactly what the Mazen Nandekano used. Our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekano, said, I am tired of broadcasting. I want to go and defend my land. I want to go and defend my fatherland. I want to go and defend my land. I need 100 men, only 100 men. I have prayed in secret. I prayed in secret. I called Chukwu Kakabiyama in private. But today I am coming to speak open and ask and tell everybody, come out. 100 men. Once we are complete, we can march. Other people can come behind later. This is the exact word of Mazen Nandekano, that he is tired of talking. This is the time to walk the walk. We have talked the talk. This is time to walk the walk. And when we talk about walking the walk, you and I, we have a walk to walk. Our school Mazen Nandekano have done marvelously well. He has done marvelously well. That is why we are standing with him 101% and we are demanding for his unconditional release. And anything we are doing today is for the release of Mazen Nandekano, and we will continue to do so. It is very clear that the freedom of the Biafra people is going to bring the automatic release of Mazen Nandekano. When we see us fighting about the freedom of Biafrans, we are fighting about the freedom of Mazen. When you see us talking about the freedom of Mazen Nandekano, we are actually talking about the freedom of Biafra. Because Mazen Nandekano is Biafra, Biafra is Mazen Nandekano. That is why when you see some people who doesn't know their left and right, they will tell you that they love Mazen Nandekano but they hate Biafra. How does it work? How does such kind of a word work? How can somebody open his or her mouth and say you hate Biafra but you love Mazen Nandekano? How does it work? There is nothing that divides Mazen Nandekano from Biafra. When you are talking about Mazen Nandekano, you are automatically talking about Biafra. When you are talking about Biafra, you are talking about Mazen Nandekano. So for you to separate Mazen Nandekano from Biafra, it means it's either you are mentally sick or you don't know your left and right. And that is why we are here. To direct you on the path of truth. To direct you where you are falling. That's why I'm here. If you have a superior argument, you come on. Take me on and say what you want to say. There is no way you can love Biafra and hate Mazen Nandekano. And there's no way you can love Mazen Nandekano and hate Biafra. Two of them are inseparable. These are two household names that every man or woman, child and brothers and sisters in Biafra land stand with. For somebody to wake up and tell me that I love Mazen Nandekano, he is my leader. I love Mazen Nandekano, he is my this and that. And you say you hate Biafra. It's either you are sick. It's either you are sick or you don't know what you are doing. That is what it is. Because Mazen Nandekano is Biafra. Biafra is Mazen Nandekano. You have seen the sacrifice that Mazen Nandekano is making for Biafra. Mazen Nandekano gave up everything in him because of Biafra. Mazen Nandekano gave up every single thing in him. He gave it up for Biafra. He gave his comfort. He left his family. He gave his parents. He gave his kingship. Everything he gave his career for Biafra. And today, Mazen Nandekano is standing trial for Biafra. Mazen Nandekano was kidnapped because of Biafra. Mazen Nandekano is standing in detention. He is facing solitary confinement because of Biafra. Mazen Nandekano is undergoing torture every blessed day because of Biafra. And he has refused to reject Biafra. In the last court, you have had Mazen Nandekano tell you that Biafra will definitely come. That Biafra must come. You had it in the court. And all of a sudden, you see somebody will come up and tell you, I love Mazen Nandekano, but I hate Biafra. I don't want to hear about Biafra. How does it match? Is the person okay? It is very clear that such a person is not okay. Such a person is sick. You cannot love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and hate Biafra. It is impossible. And you cannot love Biafra and hate Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. These two, they are inseparable. That is why each time you see me speaking about Biafra, I am speaking about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will never leave my mouth until forever. Even after his release, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will not leave my mouth. Because this is a savior that was sent for us. And sometimes when we use the term savior, people who interpret English in their own way begin to misunderstand it. As far as I'm concerned today, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is the savior of Biafra people. He is our savior that we know today. Every other person that is parading himself as a savior or a redeemer or whatever, in Biafra land, they are time wasters, confucianists, distractors. That is what they are. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is the only savior that we know today. He has come. And we are not just giving him that title, he worked for it. He deserved it. He earned it by his action. He earned it. So if anybody is trying to think you can push Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and relegate him to the background and exalt yourself above him, keep dreaming. Just keep dreaming. Keep on dreaming. You are headed nowhere. Keep on dreaming. That is why I love our brother Simon Ekpa so much, because that he is building on the foundation that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have led. Each time he will come and confess to you that he is a disciple of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, a spiritual son of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He has said a time without number. Even when some people try to force him to become a leader, he said, I am not going to be a leader. Mazen Simon Ekpa said, I will not be a leader. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, as long as he is alive, no matter wherever he is, he remains the leader of the struggle. Wherever he be, any place you like, let him be, he will remain the leader of the struggle. That is the exact word that our brother Simon Ekpa said. And that is why I never stop mentioning his name when I'm broadcasting. I never stop following his footsteps. Because when I'm listening to him, it's like I'm listening directly to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's instruction. Every single one of us have a gift. We have different ways of hearing from God, from Chukwu Okabiyama. We have different ways of hearing. We have different ways of assimilating information. Our brother Simon Ekpa is ahead of certain things. There are some information he extracts that we cannot be able to extract. When he said he goes into the heart of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to pick out information and give to us, I don't doubt him. I have seen it work. From everything he has been doing, you will see that word he said is not just made up. He didn't just make it up. That's the exact word. But today, going to our topic, we have talked enough. It is time to walk the walk. This is the time to walk the walk in the new dimension that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu prophesied about. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu prophesied of the new dimension that we are in today. He prophesied about it. And in that new dimension, that is where we are. A time to walk the walk. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu started it. In his last messages before he was kidnapped, he said it, he shouted, he cried. He cried, I am tired. I am tired of broadcasting. I don't want to broadcast anymore. I want to go and restore my Biafra. I want to go and fight for my people. I want to go and defend my land. That is what I want to do. That is walking the walk. And when the enemy heard that word from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they become scared. They become so scared, they couldn't handle it. They couldn't hold it anymore. They begin to plan. And Chukwu Okabiyama allowed what happened to happen because it was for a divine reason. For a divine reason. Today, you have seen the reason why those things happen. You can see things are unveiling. A lot of things are happening. And those who took away Mazen Nnamdi Kanu from us, if they had known what they know today, they would never ever kidnap Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Those people who went and kidnapped Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and plotted evil against him, both the ones that sold him, if they had known what they know today, they would dare not. At any cost, they wouldn't dare. But just as the Bible said that woe unto him through whom the Son of Man will be betrayed. For those who have betrayed Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and sold him out, woe unto you. It would have been better that you are not born than you are born and you betray the Son of Man. You're going to get your results. You are going to get your, here on earth, not even in heaven, here on earth, you're going to get your punishment. It's going to start here. It's going to start here. It doesn't matter how anybody pretend. It is going to start here. So as I was saying, walking the walk. Enough of talking the talk. That is the area we are now, the new dimension. I And in walking the walk, you and I have to do something. That is where the autopilot plays a very great role. You that is watching me as a Biafra, if you know that thing that Chukwu Okike is putting in your heart to do, this is the time to do it. Anything that Chukwu Okike is directing you to do, it is not what I am saying, what I'm telling you to do. That thing that your inner mind is telling you, if you do this, that Biafra will come. This is your role to play. If you know that thing that Chukwu Okike is putting in your heart, do this, do this. This is the time to do it. Time to walk the walk. If you're gifted in the area of broadcasting, pick up your broadcasting instrument and begin to broadcast. Broadcast much more. Speak more about the activation of Biafra and expose our enemies. Expose our enemies. Open up your mouth and speak. Call on your own people. Talk to somebody around you. Tell them the story of Biafra. Tell them what is happening in Biafra land. Tell them the way Biafrans are being subjugated and killed. Tell them the way Biafrans are losing their life. Do it more now. If you're one of those who is blessed financially, support the Biafran struggle. Support the Biafran struggle the best way you can. We are on the time to walk the walk, and you cannot walk on barefoot. You don't walk on barefoot. Neither are you going to walk without tools. You are going to walk with your tools. When you want to engage in any work, there must be tools and instruments you're going to use for the work. We need those instruments, and people are going to finance it. You and I, we finance it. If you are gifted financially, let me tell you, whatever gift you have, that gift was not given to you just because of you alone. If you like, be stingy. If you like, take it. If you like, leave it. If you like, love the message. If you like, don't like it. Any gift you are given, it was not meant for you alone. When you are blessed, just like in your family, if you are raised in your family and you become the richest, it doesn't matter if you are the firstborn, lastborn, secondborn, or whatever position you have, and you are blessed, and you begin to feel that, oh, that you are the only one that God loves. God doesn't love only you, and you're not the only hardworking person. God has a reason why He placed such kind of responsibility on your hand. And whenever you refuse to stand up to that responsibility, that thing that you are bragging with is going to be taken away. Chukwu Okike will take it away. Chukwu Okike will take it away. If Chukwu Okike have placed you in a position that you are one of those that is going to finance the coming of Biafra, and you are running away from it, and you are using that money to go and spray in the public, and you're using that money for things that are meaningless, you are going to pay dearly. You are going to pay dearly. It doesn't matter how you pretend. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter how you try to see it. You are going to pay dearly. You are going to pay dearly. So the earlier you take up your responsibility, the better for you. The earlier you take up your responsibility, the better for you. Every single one of us, you and I, we have a responsibility in this very struggle that we are in this restoration of Biafra. In the journey to restore Biafra, every single one of us have the responsibility to restore Biafra. And we must restore Biafra. It is not a question of maybe. It's not a question of maybe. Every single one of us have a role to play. You have a role to play. I have a role to play. Every one of us. And we must pick up our responsibility now, not tomorrow. We must begin to do something now. Now, any area blessed, already we have men on the ground, able men who are willing and ready to stand. They are willing to put their life on the line. You are not paying them. I say it every time. You are not paying them. They are only asking for motivation. They are only asking for the tools to use and fight for you and I. That is what they are looking. You're welcome, my brother Oganiru Biafra. That is the only thing they need. They need that tools. That is what they're asking from you. Give us the tools for us to work. There is no amount of money you can pay somebody for his life. People that are putting their life on the line for you, there is no amount of money you can pay. You that is watching me, anybody watching me, any Biafran that is watching me, whoever is watching me, answer this question right on the comment section. How much do you think that a man will give to you to take your own life because of him? How much? How much is enough to be paid for your life? You that is watching me, how much is enough to be paid to you for your life? Of course, no amount is enough to pay for somebody's life. That is why I'm telling you that you are not paying the members of ESN. All the men on the ground working for us. You are not paying them. All you are doing is motivation, giving them the tools to work for you. That's what they ask. They don't demand for any money. You are only giving motivation, giving them the tools to work for you. These are people, volunteers on their own, not because of any salary, which you cannot pay them, not because of anything. They put their life on the line to defend their land. Volunteer by themselves, not forced, on their own. And the only thing they are asking from you and I is to give them the equipment to carry out this job. Even when you cannot be on the ground, every one of us must not be on the war front. Every one of us must not be on the front fighting. Even every one of us must not engage on broadcasting. Every single one of us must not engage on the sitting at home in Biafra land. Every one of us must not be abroad. Every one of us must not be in Nigeria. Everyone. Chukwuokikame have placed us in different destinations, given us different kind of assignments. But there is a reason why Chukwuokikame kept you where he kept you. If he has given you that talent to be a broadcaster, he has a reason why he gave you that talent. Use it to get the freedom of the people. If Chukwuokikame have placed the finance in your hand, don't be stingy about it. Bring that finance out and sponsor the ESN. And let me tell you, there is no amount of money you invest in ESN genuinely with your hand without being forced. There is nothing you invest in Biafra to support ESN that will go in vain. It will never ever be in vain. There is no tithe payment. There is no offering that is more than supporting the ESN. No offering is more than that. When you are supporting ESN, you are actually supporting humanity itself. You are supporting humanity itself. All the less privilege you see, all the less privilege you see in Biafra land, every single person, you are actually supporting them. When you hear about tithe and offering, the best way to pay your tithe and offering is by supporting ESN. Your pastors wouldn't like what I'm saying. I am not saying that it is bad to give to the church. That's not what I'm saying. I am not saying it's bad to contribute to the church, because after all, you go to church to worship. Wherever you worship, whenever you go to pray, it must be maintained. That place must be maintained. The place you go to worship, they pay bills for lights, they pay rent, they build so many things, and they sponsor so many things. So if you're worshiping anywhere, you must have to participate. But I'm telling you that when you talk about tithe and offering, the way it was explained in the Bible, when you give to the ESN, after paying to the ESN fundraising, you don't bother yourself about tithe and offering. You have actually paid your tithe and offering for that time. You have. You have. It is you and I that will sponsor the ESN. The fundraising is coming on Saturday. The fundraising of the ESN is coming on Saturday. All they need is the tools. You are not paying them. All they need is the tools. And those tools they need, it's not child's play. Fighting for freedom. You and I know the enemy we are facing. You know what the caliphate is capable of. You know what they are bringing in Biafra land. You see all the tanks they are bringing. Even the terrorists in the bushes, you see the kind of machine gun they are using. You see the kind of weapons they are using. We cannot use stick to defend you. Neither are we going to use the barrel to defend you. It needs a lot more. It needs a lot more. When you are talking about self-defense, if you are sincerely and genuinely discussing self-defense, you must have to apply the equal measure that the enemy is bringing to you. That is how to apply self-defense. You can't tell me that you want to apply self-defense, you want to defend yourself against someone that is coming with AK-47, and you're going to that very person with the double barrel. That's a suicide mission. You are actually making your death faster. So when you hear self-defense is going to the person with the equal measure that the person is coming to you with. If he's coming with a jet fighter, prepare to get a jet fighter. If he's coming with an armored car, prepare to get an armored tank. If he's coming with any kind of with a machine gun, prepare to get a machine gun. If he's coming with an AK-47, prepare to get an AK-47. If he's coming with a double barrel, prepare to go with a double barrel. If he's coming with a stick, prepare to go with a stick. That is how to apply self-defense. Betty Emmanuel, you're welcome. That is how to apply self-defense. You don't apply self-defense by using a lesser measure to follow someone. It is a suicide mission. Whenever you are using a lesser force to go and meet somebody and say you want to apply self-defense, or some of you will be hearing self-defense. Somebody will come with a pistol in your heart, come and kill you. Then you want to go and rescue the person. You want to make your death faster. That is what you only want to make your death faster. You're not defending yourself. In self-defense, you apply equal measure. Equal measure. That same thing that the person is coming to you, that's what you're going to apply. Now you see where you have to come in to support the ESN. Now you see why our brother Simon Ekpa was calling for people to come and sponsor Biafra for 6 good months and see results. Now you see why Mazi Simon Ekpa was asking for Biafrans, able Biafrans, who we know we have thousands of them. He asked for only 50 to come out to sponsor the coming of Biafra in 6 months and see a result. $10,000 per month for good 6 months. We have Biafrans who can pay that money at once. We have Biafrans who can pay more than that. When he said it, some people get jittery. Some people begin to convert the money into naira and they begin to shake. But Chukwu Okike have taken this money and kept it with some people. Chukwu Okike had taken this money, gave some Biafrans to hold it until this very day. And already, so many of them are coming out. As you are watching this video, people are still rushing out. And I'm telling you at the end of the day, that number you had, 50, is going to be more than 50. At the end of the day, it's going to be more than 50. But the earlier you register your name, because that's 50 you had, is significant. Words and numbers have meaning. Every word you hear, every number you hear has a meaning. It is better you fall within that number. It has a meaning. There's a reason why Chukwu Okike mentioned that very word, 50, through Abraham Simon Ekpa. There's a reason. But we have Biafrans, thousands of them who can do more than that. And Chukwu Okike have placed this money in their hand. I'm only sorry for those of them who are going to try to play their smartness. Some who will try to play smartness to preserve more. If you don't open your hand, something is not going to enter. When you close your hand, nothing is going to go in. It's nature. That is just how the world works. If you want to give somebody something, if you want to collect something, if you want to take, you must open your hand. Open your hand to receive. So those of you who are in that group that are supposed to sponsor the issue and you are closing your hand, you can't receive. And the money you are shutting your door for reception, the one you have already in your hand is going to dry up. It's not going to increase. But when you open your hand, it's going to increase. The fundraising is coming up on Saturday. On that Saturday, it is not only those who are in that high level. If you're on the lower level, we have the 1,000 men group. Join the 1,000 group. Your widow's might is highly needed at this point in time. Everybody matters. You matter, I matter. Any contribution you can make, join the Zoom on Saturday. Join the Zoom on Saturday. And join the sponsorship of that very ESN. That is the only stronghold we have. This is the time to walk the walk, not the time to talk the talk. We have talked the talk for a very long time. Time to walk the walk. And how are you going to walk the walk? Already, there are even some people who are volunteers on themselves, giving their life. They have given their life. How much can somebody pay you to give your life? How much? If not that Chukwu will come and touch your hand. These people are volunteers on their own. Very good numbers of them. We have more than enough men on the ground who are ready for the restoration of Biafra. And some other Biafran groups are coming to unite in one place. And it is our duty to sponsor them and make sure that this unity stands. Time to walk the walk. Not more talking about the talk. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it. Each time when I broadcast, I would like to refer to the words of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because some people, like those ones who doesn't believe in what we are saying, when our brother Simon Ekpa make a speech, they will think that he's just saying it because he wants to say it. But Simon Ekpa is building on every foundation that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have led. So many things that he do today are things that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have pronounced by himself. Every single thing he's following today are things that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself have pronounced. He pronounced it with his mouth. And you see somebody who is building on that foundation, standing and building on that foundation, that strong foundation. Instead of you to support him, you are busy looking for fault. Keep on looking for fault. You will continue to look for fault until one day you wake up, you sleep in the Zoological Republic and you wake up in Biafra. It is going to happen. You will keep on castigating Simon Ekpa, looking for his brokers, listening to where to attack him. One day you will sleep in Nigeria and you wake up in Biafra. It is going to happen very, very soon. Time to walk the walk, not talking the talk. We have talked enough. Mazin Nanekano say, I am tired of broadcasting. Go and check the broadcast is there. I have the broadcast on this my page, where Mazin Nanekano made that comment. On this, one of his last messages that he gave, he said, I am tired of broadcasting. I don't want to broadcast anymore. I want to go and defend my land. I want to go and defend my land. I can no longer continue to broadcast. I am tired. I am tired of broadcasting. Time to walk the walk is now, not tomorrow. So wherever you think you are, whichever area you think that Chukwuka have placed you to work, please don't hesitate. Stop hesitating. Stop dragging yourself back. Stop holding yourself. Stop holding yourself. As long as you're hearing from Chukwuka about Biafra, you are an autopilot. Believe it or not, take it or leave it. Let me tell you, autopilot is not just like an organization where you go and register, like they had in the past. You saw in the past when they take people to go and swear oath, to take oath of this, oath of that. Every single one of them who went and took that oath at the end of the day, all of them have failed. They have all become liars. They all become liars. Do you see them talking about oath again? Because they know they have destroyed the oath. Every single one of them have been shouting, oh, did you take an oath? You oath this, oath that. Every single one of them today have been exposed. Including those that sold Mazin and these were people who claim to have taken oath. People who claim to have taken oath. They are the people who betrayed Mazin and sold him out. And here are we today. Here are we today. Are you still hearing them talking about oath? So let me tell you, autopilot is not just an organization where you will go, you register. Autopilot is Chukwu Okikadiama in charge. If Chukwu Okikadiama is working in you, genuinely speaking to you, do this for Biafra. Start doing that. If you know that thing that Chukwu Okikadiama put in your heart to do it for the coming of Biafra. And Mazin Nanikan himself gave that order. He gave that order. He said, if you know what you are going to do to make Biafra come, wake up and start doing it. Wake up and start doing it.
Are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you. If you come and stand in the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold the whole of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals. They are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You have to go everywhere. We must continue.